Welcome back, everyone. As promised, the videos are going to keep coming. Today, what I wanted to cover with you guys is a career in real estate and if this career is ideal for you. I'm doing this video this week. I am in New York City attending the Inman conference. Again, as a real estate agent in the industry, you always have to continue to learn and pick up on new technology. So this is why we attend these conferences. You meet phenomenal people and you learn so much from what they have to say. And I always say this to my colleagues, is that if I attend a training session or I attend a conference and I pick up one item of value, that is enough for me and it's money well spent. So to dive into why we're together today is, what is the real estate industry? Real estate industry, when you look at it, it looks very luxurious. It is an industry where you look at real estate agents driving nice cars, wearing nice clothes, living in beautiful houses. But reality is it is work. It is a job. It is not something that, you can decide today to work and tomorrow that you don't have to work. So if you're deciding on shifting gears and making a career change and you think real estate is something that you're interested in, reach out to me. I would be more than happy to discuss it with you and to give you the insights on how you can become a successful real estate agent and build a successful real estate team within the industry, but also work on your retirement plan. So if you've decided on a career in real estate, you're going to go through the licensing body in your province. You're going to get the certificate to be able to trade in real estate. And then you stop and you say, so now what? Is my phone going to start ringing? Am I going to get sellers? Am I going to get buyers? I have a beautiful desk. I'm wearing a nice suit. I drive a nice car. Now what? It's not the way it goes. You have to work on your business. You are now an independent contractor and you have to put together your business plan. So, for example, I look at how much would I like to make that year, whatever the number is. I'm going to take, for example, $60,000. Just as an example, obviously some might have lower, some might have higher. We all want to make $1 million. However, you need to be very realistic with your numbers. If I looked at $60,000 and I'm going to say the average commission that you will be earning on each transaction. So in a transaction, there are two ends. There's the buying end and there's the selling end. So whatever end you're representing, if we said an average commission is anywhere between $5,000 to $8,000 or $5,000 to $10,000, I'm going to use the safe number of saying it's $5,000. So for every end, $5,000. If I want to earn 10, I need two ends. If I want to earn 60, I'm going to need 12 ends. So I look at my circle of people that I know. Do I know 12 people that will want to work with me? The way I train my agents is that when you have a listing, so let's say you listed somebody's house, your whole goal is to get 3 ends from that one listing. What I mean by that is when you list the property, the only reason a real estate agent's phone rings without advertising is if they have a listing, because buyers want to inquire about that listing. So what you want to do is have a plan in place to be able to pick up 2 buyers from every listing that you have, which then means 3 ends for you. So that's how our business plan starts, is we start with the number that we would like to make. And I stress the realistic number that we would like to make. Once you have that, I divide it into 2 categories. I have my buyers and I have my sellers. How many buyers do I need and how many sellers do I need? And then I carry out my action plan. What actions do I need to do this year to achieve that? So is the real estate industry for you? If you are the type of person that is shy, that doesn't like to talk to people, that doesn't know how to handle conflict, and is missing one of the key elements, which is patience, I would have to say real estate is not for you. Unless you can learn these traits, you're going to struggle in the real estate industry. In real estate, we have to have lots of patience. You also have to learn a lot about what's happening in the real estate industry. What are the different markets that surround you? So you have to be open to gaining a lot of knowledge in the real estate industry. When you gain knowledge and you're talking to people, they want to listen because you're bringing stats to the table. You're not just talking off the cuff of your hand. You're actually bringing them valuable information. So what you want to be able to do is to drum up conversation with different types of people. What you don't want to do is to throw in people's face, I'm a real estate agent, let me help you. I'm a real estate agent, I want to sell your home. That's not what you want to do. You want to work on relationships and how to grow those relationships so they look at you as a trusted, valuable advisor and they want to work with you or refer family and friends to want to work with you. Is real estate easy money? It's not. Although it seems like it's easy money, it's not. I challenge each and every one of you when you do your first real estate transaction to track your hours from absolute beginning to absolute end. Absolute end meaning when the transaction closes, not when you write the contract. And you divide the number of hours by what you've made in commission, you will probably end up being at minimum wage. What you want to do through the real estate career that you have is to be able to advance and educate yourself so that it is not taking you that many hours to develop skills or to be able to apply these skills to the transactions that you're doing. What type of personality do you need to have when in real estate? You can have any personality that you want. You have to be true to yourself and you have to be the real you when talking to people. So it's not about changing the person that you are. It's about attracting the people that are like-minded, like personality. Not everybody's going to want to work with you. And that's just the truth. It's not the harsh truth because we only attract like-minded individuals to our inner circle. And those are the people that you're going to attract into your real estate career. The type of work ethic that you need to have. I always say real estate is not a 9-to-5 job. You're an independent contractor. You call your own hours. But what you will find is that you're working 9 to 5, 5 to 9, 9 to 5, and you continuously work. At the beginning of my career, I have to say, for the first 5 years of my career, I did not take a weekend off. Did my family suffer because of that? Absolutely. Was I able to spend as much time as I wanted to with my family? No, I didn't have good time management skills. We would be packed up with the kids to go to the beach and I would get a phone call for a listing appointment or a buyer wanting to see a property and I would drop everything in order to go and do that appointment because I was the breadwinner in my household. What I learned after 5 years is that it completely drains your energy. So you no longer are as effective at your job as you should be. You always need to book one day off during the week where your mind shuts down. You need to book family time where you're focused on your family and you're focused on your health. Gym has to be in there. You have to take care of you in order to take care of other people. So one of the best things that you can learn is how to manage your time wisely and effectively. 80% of your time at the beginning will go to accomplishing 20% of your work. What you want to do is to learn how to utilize 20% of your time to accomplish 80% of your work. And I will teach you that. It doesn't come off easy. You have to really work hard in learning how to do it. But once you do, you'll thank me. It'll make your life so much easier. Work hours are what you schedule. Live by your calendar. Have everything in your calendar. Schedule it in, whether it's prospecting, whether it's gym, whether it's showing, whether it's social media marketing. That darn social media, once you go on to see one notification, it's a half an hour later until you get off and you would have forgotten what you're going to do. So then you go grab the cup of coffee and now you veer off your schedule. And we don't want that. Everything has to be scheduled into your calendar, and we will be covering more of that when we cover our day-to-day tasks in real estate. How does your career progress over time? Are you a real estate agent and you continue to be a real estate agent? There's so many more ways that you can advance your career. There's different categories in real estate that you can work with. There's first-time home buyers, there's starter couples or starter families, there's moving up families, there's downsizing, there's retirement, there's relocation, investment properties, commercial properties, all of that we're going to be covering. Now, you may not be involved in investment properties, such as you may not own your own investment properties, but I strongly suggest that you learn about investment properties because that one type of client will turn into different types of clients. So for example, moving up, this is when they buy the larger home and they tend to stay in that home for a longer period of time, but during that time is when they decide to also invest in property. So you want to be able to tailor your services according to your clients' growing needs, and that's something that we're also going to cover. Business planning is the most integral part about your career. So you have to business plan. You have to set your goals every single year. If you supersede those goals, that's fantastic. But your goals have to be on a whiteboard, such as how much money do I want to make this year? And then you have to categorize it into how many buyers I need and how many sellers I need. And you want to have that on a whiteboard in your face, in your office, so that you can look at it every single day. All the transactions that you're working on are going to go on that board. When you see that reminder daily, it's just going to make you work harder to achieve those goals. When I set a goal, it's not written on a piece of paper in a book that I can't find. It has to be in your face. Develop a plan on how to achieve those goals, and we'll be covering that in future videos as well. Now, after you have been in the real estate industry for a certain amount of years, some of you may start this a lot sooner than others. Do I want to continue being a solo agent, or do I want to build a team? One of the things that real estate agents tend to not really think about is the retirement plan, the exit strategy from this business. And that's something that we're going to dive into as well. So your exit plan, what does it look like? Are you with a company right now that talks about or helps you with building a business that you can retire off of, that, you know, when you decide to retire, you're continuously making money? And that with EXP is what we provide our agents, is that you can continue making money when you decide to retire. So there are different ways of making income, not just by selling real estate with our company. With EXP, you can sell to generate income. You can revenue share, which is a fantastic way. That is growing your organization, and that is going to be your retirement plan. And you can also earn stocks, and stocks is what is also going to benefit you when you retire. Now, the beauty of it is when you retire, and you can also pass it on to someone else in your family. So that is beautiful when it comes to a retirement plan and thinking about taking care of your loved ones. But again, we will dive into that. Surround yourself in the real estate industry by like-minded people. You don't want to be surrounded by people that waste time. You want to be surrounded by driven individuals that want to see you succeed and are happy to see you succeed, and those that you want to learn from. I've never been one to be surrounded by people that are I'm not going to say lower than me, but not as successful. I want to be surrounded by people that are more successful than me, so I have something to aim to, and I learn so much from these people. Create systems. Your systems that you create for your business are very important, but they're not just systems to be put there and not touched again. You have to review these systems every single year. Always have a mentor or a coach on hand and have weekly meetings with that mentor or that coach. They will keep you on track of what you need to do. And a lot of us tend to think that when we've made it in the real estate industry, and what I mean by made it is that I'm reaching my goals every single year, I don't need anyone to tell me what to do anymore. That's not the reason to have a mentor or a coach. That reason is to have someone in your corner cheering you on, but then not afraid to tell you when you're veering off the right track or the track that you put in place at the beginning of the year. Live within your means in the real estate industry. It's very easy to spend beyond your means. just because we earn chunks of money. So we don't learn how to withdraw from that money according to our needs. You know, when you're getting paid in increments of 10 to 20 to 50 to $100,000 at a time, that beautiful new truck becomes very easy to get. But what we don't think of are the times that we're not going to get paid. So you have to really structure yourself and pay yourself accordingly and live by your means, by a budget. And moving forward, so our next session that we get together, we're going to be talking about listing presentation. We're going to cover the ins and out of a listing presentation, how to create a listing presentation, the 5 components of a listing presentation, how to talk to sellers, how to handle objections. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be able to address that after. You can send me your questions at any time. If you'd like to reach out to me directly, my cell number is 519-670-3024. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to more sessions with you. Have a wonderful day.